To give thanks in solitude is enough. Thanksgiving has wings and goes where it must go. Your prayer knows much more about it than you do. Music expresses that which cannot be said, and on which it is impossible to be silent. Life is the flower, for which love is the honey. Change your opinions, keep to your principles, change your leaves, keep intact your roots. Laughter is the sun that drives winter from the human face. What is love? I have met in the streets a very poor young man who was in love. His hat was old, his coat worn, the water passed through his shoes and the stars through his soul. Even the darkest night will end, and the sun will rise. The future has several names. For the weak, it is impossible. For the faint-hearted, it is unknown. But for the valiant, it is ideal. If you wish to understand what revolution is, call it progress. And if you wish to understand what progress is, call it tomorrow. A man is not idle because he is absorbed in thought. There is a visible labor, and there is an invisible labor. A study can be made against invasion by an army. No stand can be made against invasion by an idea. Emergencies have always been necessary to progress. It was darkness which produced the lamp. It was fog that produced the compass. It was hunger that drove us to exploration. And it took a depression to teach us the real value of a job. Have courage for the great sorrows of life and patience for the small ones. And when you have laboriously accomplished your daily task, go to sleep in peace. God is awake. He who every morning plans the transaction of the day and follows out that plan, carries a thread that will guide him through the maze of the most busy life. But where no plan is laid, where the disposal of time is surrendered merely to the chance of incidents, chaos will soon reign. A day will come when there will be no battlefields, but markets opening to commerce and minds opening to ideas. Nothing is stronger than an idea whose time has come. He who opens a school door closes a prison. Initiative is doing the right thing without being told. Those who live are those who fight. The greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. Loved for ourselves, or rather loved in spite of ourselves. Greater than the tread of mighty armies is an idea whose time has come. Fame must have enemies, as light must have gnats. There is always more misery among the lower classes than there is humanity in the higher. What a grand thing to be loved. The guilty one is not he who commits the sin, but the one who causes the darkness. To love another person is to see the face of God. People do not lack strength, they lack will. There are thoughts which are prayers. There are moments when, whatever the posture of the body, the soul is on its knees. It is by suffering that human beings become angels. The power of a glance has been so much abused in love stories that it has come to be disbelieved. Few people dare say nowadays that two beings have fallen in love because they have looked at each other. Yet that is the way love begins, and only that way. Hope is the word which God has written on the brow of every man. Inspiration and genius, one and the same. Strong and bitter words indicate a weak cause. Life is a voyage. To learn to read is to light a fire. Every syllable that is spelled out is a spark. The great acts of love are done by those who are habitually performing small acts of kindness. The human soul has still greater need of the ideal than of the real. It is by the real that we exist. It is by the ideal that we love. When grace is joined with wrinkles, it is adorable. There is an unspeakable dawn of happy old age. Be as a bird perched on a frail branch that she feels bending beneath her. Still she sings away all the same, knowing she has wings. It is from books that wise people derive consolation in the troubles of life. You who suffer because you love, love still more. To die of love is to live by it. Not being heard is no reason for silence. To divinize is human. To humanize is divine. The reduction of the universe to a single being, the expansion of a single being even to God. This is love. Love is a portion of the soul itself, and it is of the same nature as the celestial breathing of the atmosphere of paradise. The first symptom of love in a young man is timidity. In a girl, boldness. Few people dare now to say that two beings have fallen in love because they have looked at each other. Yet it is in this way that love begins, and in this way only. To love or have loved, that is enough. Ask nothing further. There is no other pearl to be found in the dark folds of life. Love is the foolishness of men and the wisdom of God. If people did not love one another, I really don't see what use there would be in having any spring. Each man should frame life so that at some future hour, fact and his dreaming meet. The most powerful symptom of love is its tenderness, which becomes at times almost insupportable. To love and be loved, that is the miracle of youth. That's life, said the philosopher, each time he was almost laid prostrate. It's often our best friends who make us fall. To love or to have loved, that is enough. Ask nothing further. At the end of life, death is a departure. But at life's beginning, a departure is death. If you love these quotes, please subscribe to this channel and watch our next video.